Hi there. Good evening, everyone. It's July 2022, and my name is Sasha. This is a video log that I'm recording, and I'll give you a little bit of background on why I decided to start recording it. I have been looking up personal finance advice from gurus such as Dave Ramsey, Susie Orman, and I've also checked out YouTube. But I have not seen anything really specifically that focuses on women my age. I happen to be Gen X age, and I am a black woman. A black American woman, excuse me. So I wanted to kind of at least vlog or, talk about my financial journey. It has been a long financial journey. But we're starting from today. I am a Gen X, so I am in my 40s. I am in a I wouldn't say solid position. Now, I am a little hard on myself. I wouldn't say solid position, but I'm in a pretty good position just compared to a lot of other people. So I'm going to go ahead and acknowledge that and just say, I'm really grateful and blessed to be in the position that I'm in. But like quite a few Gen Xers and professional women, right? I do have a home, so I've got a mortgage. I am looking at getting a home equity line of credit to, work on my not my student loans, my credit cards and getting those paid off. And I'd like to talk about a few goals. One of them is to pay off my credit cards, right? Keep my balance low, keep my credit score high. As we go through this a little bit further, you'll see my credit score is not that high because of my high debt to income ratio, right? My debt to limit ratio. I'll tell you a little bit more about myself. Like I said, I'm in my 40s. I do have an adult son who's in his mid 20s. I essentially had him as a teenager, so I was essentially a teenage mother and had to work really hard. I ended up getting into technology, getting certified, and we can certainly talk about that, and have been working in IT most of my adult career. My son has had some, special needs. He's had to deal with some, traumas and things like that. I've been fortunate to be able to bankroll all of that. But it does leave me in this position where my son, who's in great financial shape, by the way, and he's doing great, by the way, for anyone that's asking, he does not have student loans. He has money set aside, and he is working on his career as he should be. And I'm really, really proud of him. I am under a little bit more, I'm not going to say duress. I feel like God provides. He just provides, but I would like to see, myself in a better position. So that being said, I wanted to share my budget. Like I said, I know that I'm extremely fortunate, more fortunate than most. I am a single woman. I do own a house. I was able to get into this housing market before I was priced out. My salary is right around 150K per year. I work in technology. And let's see here. What else can I tell you about myself? I'm single. I'm not dating anybody, not engaged or anything like that. And I do have some specific goals. Number one is get a handle on my budget. I started working through the budget and noticed that I do overspend, and we'll talk about this here. I also would like to get my business going. I did have a business doing IT consulting, but just due to some family stuff that was going on, I had to close that down with the pandemic and everything. I just had to kind of put that business on pause. I also do write and produce, which is why I'm kind of trying to keep myself in, just keep myself in keep my spirits up. I'm actually working on an animation project, which is been a lot of fun and just learning a lot of things. So anyway, I'm probably all over the place right now. I'll probably end up re-recording this in a bit once I get my thoughts together. But let's go ahead and roll through my budget situation. The projected cost of my budget here is $8,161 a month. My income, this is a conservative amount, is $6,844 a month. And I have made more. I made a lot more actually before in my career, but right now I'm just at a starting point. So right now I am in the process of cutting a lot of bills, and I don't think this is a complete budget, but I'm cutting a lot of cost and doing a lot of interesting things. We'll talk about that as time goes on. But this is my summary right now as far as my budget. I could be a little off, but I don't know if I'm that much off. So estimated credit scores right now are between 625 and 635 across all three credit bureaus. I do have one collection from 2017, and my goal is to settle that for approximately, $3,000. But my credit utilization, my score would be probably in the 700s if my credit card utilization is down. So that brings me to the student loan balance, right? And I'm going to tell you about the strategy I'm using to get this down. My student loan balance, I didn't fill this out. It's approximately $72,000. And the funny part is that I'm not even a college graduate, so I'll tell you more about that. My student loan balance, I've got to handle that, but I'm also have a small business where I sell children's toys that cover the payments on this. So let's see here. And we're working on the HELOC, assets and liabilities. We're looking at my home, in which the monthly payment is, I need to make adjustments to this, around $2,600, $2,670. The balance is $415,000. I told you before, I just got in time. So the value of my house now is about $200,000 more at this point. And so that's about $195,000 in equity. I do plan on getting a HELOC, or I was actually approved, but going through the process of getting that completed to pay off my credit card debt. And I have the student loans. Here we go, 73,426. So I did put it somewhere, right? As far as my business finances, I have, and this is one thing I'd like to address, especially when you're someone who works full time and still has a small business. Trying to how to leverage your business finances the best you can. That's something else I definitely want to touch on. But I do have a balance of about $4,800 that's being paid by the business, and as well as this corporate card. So I'm just paying these down because I'd like to get these zeroed out as well. So as far as inheritance, we'll talk about that, and especially being a Black American, and especially for anyone who has children, I'd really like to touch up on this more. I'm very fortunate, and I, certainly don't want to, I'm not wishing death on anybody, but none of us are going to live here forever, right? So, I'd like to talk about strategies to help our children. So, and especially with us being Black people, this has been something that's very close to my heart, is inheritance. and how we approach that. And if we don't have it, what to do to help the next generation, our next generation of children, or the next generation of people, right? So I think that, oh, and I think my credit card balances for personal, there's my student loan balance, there's the balance to transfer. Okay, well, somehow it's not. Oh, okay. Here we go. Here's the HELOC balance plan transfer. I have a total of about $29,320 minus in credit card debt. I'm going to leverage the HELOC to pay this down, and then plus some cash that I have to pay it completely off to get me zeroed out, so I can start off with a better balance. So that should give me about $250 a month. I know with the current climate that, I don't see housing prices going way down, but I'm hoping that there's some opportunities that pop up to get more property, right, eventually. But as of right now, we're in a pretty good place. I was in a good place right now. A year later, I think my house was going for my same house build. I closed on it in May 2021, and at that time it was reselling for about $120,000 more. Now it's 2022 and it's selling for about $250,000 more, something like that. So the housing market's been crazy, but anyway, I just kind of wanted to give a summary. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe if you want to follow my journey, because we have to take a look at our situations and see what's working for us and what's not. I'll make sure that I break this down. This is my first time recording a session like this, so I'll make sure that I break it down, but I at least wanted to record and tell you all a little bit more about me. Okay. If you don't mind liking and subscribing to my channel, that would be great to help support the channel. Eventually I'll turn the camera on and put a little bit of makeup and gloss on and everything, and show my face. But at this point, I just kind of wanted to at least get this out, and make a declaration that I'm going to be debt free. My goal is wealth, right? Being financially independent. And I hope that you all have an excellent July. I'll send more recordings soon. Thanks a lot and take care.